Welcome everybody. It's been a fun couple of weeks here in the studio. We've had several new projects come in and I hope to make at least a few videos on those. My wife and I attended an online video makers conference and we got to hang with some really popular YouTube creators and we got to learn some things. And I'll talk a little bit about that in this video. And another thing happened. A good friend of mine and fellow YouTube creator, Jeff Ford of Gasoline Media, he appeared on a YouTube talk show and got to share some of his video making experience. So with all this happening, I got to thinking, it might be fun to do a video collaboration project with Jeff. So I approached him with the idea of creating this new show where we interview successful people both inside and outside of video. I scheduled this Zoom meeting with Jeff, which I guess is what everybody's doing now, and we talked through the idea. So we video recorded the meeting, which ended up being an hour and a half long. And today's video is about that meeting. And what's really kind of neat is if you watch it closely, you're going to see the entire idea for this show sort of morph and change from my original presentation to Jeff to what we ended up with at the end. And I think what we modified it into is going to be a show that is much more exciting and fun to watch. Now, before you hit play, there's a couple warnings that I want to share with you. The first is that the video file that I downloaded from Zoom somehow got corrupted, and when I started editing it, it really kind of got messed up. So what I ended up doing was doing a recording of the recording. So the results is the video quality isn't what it could be, but I did manage to rescue the audio. So if nothing else, if the video quality bothers you, you can always listen to it like it was a podcast. And the final warning, if you're somebody who's easily offended by the words hell and damn, you might not want to hit the play button. So stay to the end of the video and I'll tell you what's coming up next. So right now I am recording this because I want to see what it looks like.
Should have shaved.
And over there, I have another camera running.
Where's it over there?
Over there.
Oh, okay, so you got a camera recording the recording of the recording.
So I got a camera over off stage filming
Right.
this.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about what you're thinking as far as, do you want to do this strictly for YouTubers that are trying to get started in this, or like what we do with cars and guns and all that, or you want to do it as just a thing where guys can come in here that or watch what we're talking about?
All right, couple of things I want to share with you.
Okay. Do I need paper and pen?
Huh?
Do I need paper and pen?
Well, I'm recording this. No, I don't care.
Will there be a test after this?
Yeah, a test. So some statistics that came out of all this shit. Jeff, I've only gone through 1/10 of all the video presentations. I can't even,
Wow.
and I did like 3 live streams and I did 2 breakout sessions, and it was interesting. It was a lot of fun.
I think the sad thing is when you're looking at this stuff, you got guys like me who've been doing this stuff for 10 years, and I'm just now starting to crest into the 60,000 mark with what we're doing.
Well, that's what I wanted to tell you. That here's a couple interesting things. Take it for what it's worth. I actually believe it's true because I've heard it several times. Less than 3% of all YouTubers achieved 10,000 subs in the life of their channel.
Wow.
Less than 3%. The next one was less than 0.5% achieved 100,000. So when I said you were a 1%er, I meant it. Here's the statement that kept getting made. One guy says most people don't figure out the process, and then if they do, they don't do it or do it well. This is the stuff that you and I have been talking about now for the last, 6 months?
Yeah. But see, what is the process?
Because the stuff that we're talking about, the good quality vids, the good audio, the good lighting. Most of these guys say throw this idea of having quality cameras out your ass. They're just saying, well, what they're saying is start making videos first. Okay?
Well, that's what we did, really. I mean,
yes,
we had crap cameras for, most of the time that I've been doing this. We had HF 200s. So,
and that's what they're saying. And then work your way up to the better stuff. In other words, if you make 1,000 subscribers and then you start getting the money, put all that money towards upping your gear so that you can up your quality, so that you can up your subscribers. So
and then you got people like Flying Sparks and Craig 909 that they're shooting off mobile phones using a Rode mic attached to their mobile phone.
Yep, and you'll be surprised how many are doing that, Jeff. That's what's interesting, because I got three more things just to throw out at you.
Okay.
Then we can go to the other discussion. The three more things, well, four more things really. The first is it takes roughly 250 videos to success. Okay, in other words, they're saying that it takes 100 videos just to get recognized, but it takes 250 videos, and this is just some statistical analysis, Jeff. There are people that have done it in 5 videos. Who the hell knows why? But they're saying statistically 250 videos to success as a YouTuber, and that's a long time, Jeff, to make 250 videos. I'm at 67 or 68, and I've been doing this with you for 2 years now. It's just, The other one was, they all said you got to be a student of YouTube success. In other words, what do you need to do to become successful as a YouTuber? They all say you got to be a student, that there's no magic wand. You got to learn the rules. Remember the thing I sent you yesterday? Learn the rules. Once you learn them, you know how to break them, that kind of thing.
Right.
So the other one was, is you got to have tenacity and stick-to-itness. So this ain't going to happen. Most people, like I said, most people give up. They said that before 1,000 subscribers, most people give up.
Right.
So that's the tenacity. The film for the audience. You and I have talked about that before. Make videos that the audience want to watch. The last point that I've gotten up to this point was copy great YouTubers. Just go figure out.
Which I've kind of done some of that. I mean,
yeah.
I like, if we ever did think for YouTubers, I would say go outside the box of whatever it is you do. Find a YouTuber that does something that you find inspirational when you're watching it. You're like, wow, that's really cool. Peter McKinnon was that for me, and Daniel Schiffer. Not that Schiffer does a lot of the same kind of stuff that we do, but what Schiffer does do inspires me to think outside the box camera-wise.
Yeah.
And to go in different lines of thought. Like now I'm having Logan do more handheld stuff. And
so here's what I was thinking. And just because I'm thinking it doesn't mean. So my first thing, are you interested in doing these interviews?
I'm actually interested enough in doing it that I thought about, one of the things I think will be fun is I've got a friend here locally that's actually a radio DJ that's out of work.
Okay.
And I'm tempted to contact Cliff and say, would you record whatever we come up with to call it, even if we call it Ford's Focus, you're watching Ford's Focus with Bill Roshan and Jeff Ford, and then the music, and then we start the show.
Yeah.
So yes, I think it's a really good idea.
Well, here's what I was thinking. Okay, and I'm throwing this out at you. I mentioned this to you the other day. This is actually, I'm giving Lynn 100% credit for this. Okay, because she watched you with SixFan. Okay, she watched that, and I said this to you. She asked me this question after that was done. She said, I would love to know Jeff's story. So I would love to, let me finish this, because this is the shtick that I'm thinking.
Okay.
This is what makes it different than SixFans. She said, I would love to know Jeff's story. I would love to know who he is historically. In other words, what you did, where you came from. But the thing she was most interested in is whatever the hell got you to think you could be a YouTuber. Whatever got you to think that that was something that you wanted to do and possibly make a living at.
I've wanted to do video stuff since I was a teenager. Got to remember, I'm from the MTV generation, right?
Yep.
So in high school, I can remember watching the very first video on MTV. Video killed the radio star. When MTV first aired, I was watching when that video came on.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, you mean you can actually make money doing video as a high school kid? So it took me all this time to get there.
But that's what she wants to know. Why the leap? What you were a successful magazine editor.
Print's dead.
I know, I understand that.
It's just dead. I mean, everything I ever worked for is dead.
Well, I understand that, dude. But her point is, you were all of that. You come out of high school, you went to college, you went through this series of things, and then all of a sudden there's like a channel in the ocean that you leaped over that channel in the ocean and became a YouTuber. What was that channel? What was that moment? What was that aha? What made you even decide to do this? And you don't have to answer today.
Well, I can answer it. I can tell you exactly why.
But I think that's what I want to.
No, I get it.
I think that idea of story and YouTube, and then we promote, because that's
Houlihan would be a good one to talk to too, because he has a real similar background to me. He hasn't gone into video as much yet.
Who?
Mark Houlihan, who was the editor. He was the editor for Mustang Monthly. He was my tech editor for a number of years.
Yep.
Huge Mustang fan. Has the first car he ever bought brand new. It was a 90 Mustang. They just finished that up.
But is he trying to build a channel?
No, and that's going to be the thing.
Well, I mean, we don't have to go completely down that path, but
I see what you're going with that now. I'm trying to think of anybody I know that's got a small channel trying.
And the reason I'm saying that is I'm hoping to cross 230 subs this week. I'm hoping. Okay, it's hanging at 229 like a dead man on a noose. You know, it just the rope just won't break.
He's kind of like around going,
yeah, you know,
sneak up on it.
So, but every time I get one, I get excited as hell. So anyway, that's what I was thinking, Jeff. That somehow, if you've got other ideas, that's why I'm talking to you about it. You know, there we go. I see the tail.
Oh yeah, I moved the keyboard so she could get up here.
So you know, I'm giving this credit to Lynn, because she's the one that said, you know, I would love to know Jeff's story after watching that video with SixFan. And I'm going, you know what, Lynn? I don't even know the story. So that would be interesting.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't mean that has to be the only purpose. What else could we do with it, Jeff? You know, what kind of?
I think you do a live. I think.
So where do we go from here then? So what would be the? So how do we come up with a process, a method for doing this?
I think what you do though is we feed off of each other. That's how you're supposed to work it. And I'm probably going to be more the funny guy, or the guy who pops wise every once in a while when we do this. You're going to probably be more like a Johnny Carson, I think.
Okay.
You know, you've got more of that. You'll have the inquisitive nature, and I'm not going to be Ed McMahon, but I'm going to, you know, like I did the other night when the guy said something about cougars, and that's the first thing that came into my head. Yeah. So I threw it out there because I figured it would be pretty funny.
Yeah. It got the Lynn laughing.
So, you know, I mean, I think that's how I would want to go about it. Is we have a set plan of questions, generalized questions that we format for everyone that comes in. And what you and I would want to do then is to mine the gold. In other words, if somebody says something, there's a lot of emotion behind what they're saying. Mm-hmm. That's when you ask the next question. Well, okay, let's break that down a little bit. Why did you do that? So,
all right. So what is the shtick? What is the format of this? I've only got like 7 minutes left, and then I go dead here because I have a because
you have the free account.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I got the.
I got the money account.
Yeah. So
the Daddy Warbucks.
So until we go dead, I mean, what is the shtick? How do we think about this?
I think if we could do it where it's, I hate to say it, but I really enjoy the meetings that we do. The Patreon meetings are really energizing for me, and we do them once a month. I think that if we do it like a radio, we just pretend it's like a radio show.
Okay.
And we're doing talk radio, you know. Okay. I think that if we work under the idea that it's a talk radio show with visuals, I'd have to get with SixFan and talk to them about it. I'm a little worried they're going to think we're just robbing off of them. But
I don't want to. I don't want to do what they do. All right. So how do we do this and not get so close to copying them that we piss them off?
Everybody's doing the same kind of thing, but I think if you do, I think that they would be okay with it. I think that if we talk to old car guys, say, look, man, you know, we want to kind of do the same thing. We want to have you guys on the show as our inspiration. So, you know what, we did this, Jeff did this with these guys. He enjoyed it so much that, you know, we decided to do the same thing. We want to help old car guy. We want to help SixFan. That's what we're all about.
Well, that's one of the things they kept talking about. Jeff, if they didn't drive that home once, every presentation drove home this idea that if you want to be a success on YouTube, you need to
collab.
You need to network. You need to collaborate. Every friggin' one of them said the same thing, you know.
Looks like tomorrow I'm going to take the Vic out and do a burnout in the Vic because old car guy wants to, he's putting together a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take Logan out tomorrow afternoon and we're going to do a burnout so he can post that on the 12th. And so what I'll do is on my Instagram account, I'll probably post a segment of the burnout video saying, hey, you need to go check out old car fan. He's got, this is going to be part of his thing.
I think that's what I really came out of this conference. And like I said, I haven't even watched a tenth of the presentations yet. But I'll tell you what, Jeff, I just, every damn one of those presentations talked about networking and collaboration. Every one of them.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the thing is.
See, like you want your 100,000,
mm-hmm.
I want my 1,000.
Oh yeah, I want you to have your 1,000 too.
You know,
I'd like for us to do about 4 dry runs on Thursday nights, just seeing how we would work that. Like you and I just sitting around chit-chatting. And it would be good for us to do 3 or 4 of these so that when we do our first one, we look like we know what we're doing.
Okay. All right. So let's put together a script. Let's put together
I tell you what, let's do this next Thursday. You and I will get together. We'll do the one you're talking about. What you said that Lynn wanted to know.
Yeah.
We record it as though it's a 30-minute.
Oh, okay. So I would literally, I would ask you the same questions that I just asked.
Yeah. You would ask me those kind of questions, you know, the leading questions on stuff, and we would work toward how are we going to do this, and just kind of promoters like, okay, we're looking at doing a thing. Is what I would tell people. So, because I'm tempted from my side of thing to almost do it as a forged focus. But I mean, if we're going to do it together, we need to come up with a name for it.
I would think that would be the best way. All right.
Well, I mean, yeah, we got to come up with something that's, you know, because we're going to be all over the map. It's going to be, I can imagine us going in about 7 different directions with it. I mean, because you do all kinds of stuff. You do guns, you do cars, you do.
I don't see that as a problem.
I don't either. I'm just saying the name's going to be like 4 miles long.
I see it's a bigger problem for you.
Nah. I'll tell you something I know about car guys. Every car guy, almost every car guy I've ever known, if it makes noise, runs on gas, burns powder, they like it.
Okay. I worry more about it affecting your channel than mine.
Only in a positive way.
Okay.
I mean, I'm all about helping you, dude. I don't think it's going to be a negative. I don't see people looking at it going, oh, well, they're talking about guns. most of the guys that, if we talked about guitars, you'd find about 60% of the guys would jump right in there and go, yeah, man, I saw Led Zeppelin live at the, Feeder Reed Bowl in London. I was so stoned, I don't remember the concert.
Hey, as bizarre as this is, if you're willing to get off topic for you, I've got it. Well, listen, I've got a good friend of mine.
I could do Star Trek. I mean, how off topic do you want to go?
Well, I've got a good friend of mine who is responsible for me building guitars to begin with. So I don't know, are you familiar with PRS guitars?
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. My thing is I don't know anything about them. I just like them. I like
but
the
that's
noise
perfect.
they make.
You can ask the questions, man. But here's my point: is he's got a startup YouTube channel. He doesn't do it to be a YouTuber. He does it as a marketing tool for his store.
And a lot of people do,
which is fine. But John has more personality than you and I put together.
I don't know if we need that much personality.
He's a great guy. He's funny. He was there at the beginning of PRS Guitar. He helped Paul. He helped Paul start PRS Guitar. He would be another good one. Just 30 minutes, and then we get a whole bunch of other types of people in. I know John would do it.
I'm all for it. I don't care. I think if you're a car guy, a lot of us we're car guys, but we're also interested in a lot of other stuff. I love guns. I love guitars. I love cars.
I think this has potential, dude. Let's plan this for next Thursday night, same time.
Yep, we'll do the one from your end. I may have Logan film on our end just so that I can put something up. I may put up a Ford's Focus. So you need to go check out 6Rounds.
Hell, dude, if this comes out good, if I can edit this, I may even do a 5-minute vid on my channel using this.
Well, I think what we should do is you should do that. This video, use this, but do the one next week, and we'll try to keep it down to the base questions. Let me know what the questions are going to be, and I already know what most of it's going to be, and we just go with it and we have fun.
Yeah, I'll edit this into some cohesive nonsense that'll make sense.
You're gonna need some really good glue, Bill.
Yeah. All right.
All right, brother. We'll do this all night if we don't get off the phone now.
Yeah.
Take care, man. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah, later.
All right, bye.
Bye. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, Jeff and I already have several guests on our list, and Jeff and I plan to air this on both of our channels. So stay tuned, keep checking back, because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Cameras are running. Not much more than 5 more minutes.